Hi, my name is Viandra Payton, and today I'll be talking to you about the place I interned this semester, which was Calvary Refuge. It was actually more than what I expected it to be. It was pretty good. The internship side. What is Calvary Refuge? Calvary Refuge is basically an emergency homeless shelter, and their mission is providing a safe, faith-based environment for individuals and families while providing the tools to transition from homelessness to self-sufficiency with dignity and pride. And of course, the population that they serve is homeless, and the services that's offered are meals, case management, assisting housing program, short-term emergency housing, and so clients are usually referred to the agency, and sometimes, and most of the time, clients just come up to the agency and ask, if they can stay the night or if there's any room available. We have to tell them, you have to call and set an appointment in order for that client to do that. Okay. Interaction with supervisors, which was probably the best part of my job while I was there. My supervisor I worked with majority of the time was Miss Tawana. She was a director, and she was usually there, um, like usually mostly in her office, but the other time she'll be like in the kitchen and preparing meals for, I guess, people in downtown Atlanta area, people who lived on the streets. What she told us. So let me see. The second person I worked with majority of the time, Miss Dean, and I loved her so much because one is that she used to come to work every day with a positive attitude. I mean, coming in there dancing and everything. Hey, how you guys doing? I loved it. And then if someone did come with an issue or something, she would never say it in front of the client's face or whatever. But when we got back in the office, she'd be like, "What is going on now?" or something like that. We'll just talk and laugh. But she's very professional. She made sure that she gave the clients what they needed, but also made sure that she reinforced the rules because a lot of the clients did try to break it occasionally. Seriously. Okay. Activities. So what I did majority of the same thing every day. So Monday through Fridays, we did intake and case management, but on Saturdays and Sundays, we don't do intake or just intake for new clients. Okay, that's just only on Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday they have it where clients check in at 5:45 to 6:15. So the program is not as long on the weekends as it is on the weekdays. So how it goes is the client will come in at 5:45 to 6:15, and we would check them in at the shed. And we would check them in at the shed for three reasons: one, to take attendance, and let's just make sure we don't give the clients bedding away because sometimes clients don't finish the program; they just leave. And the second one was to pass out MARTA cards because we give out MARTA for those who do not have transportation or cars Monday through Thursday. And then the third reason is for clients to put in their belongings into the shed. And we always tell them to make sure that they get the things that they need for after they take their shower and what they want to sleep in, and also what they need the next morning because they get up so early. They only have one time to get to the shed, about 15 minutes to get to the shed, and then everybody has to be off the agency's property the next day by 6:30 in the morning. So once we check them in, and after we do intake, around 6:30, the clients are inside their dormitory areas where they're just lounging and waiting. Majority of women who have families go ahead and take their shower before dinner, and then we serve dinner, and then everyone does their chores, clients included. And then after that, that's when we conduct case management. Sometimes when I come in, at the beginning of the day, I would have to do laundry because, of course, we have to give new clients bedding, and sometimes the night shift forgets to take the laundry out of the laundry shed, and we gotta take it out, fold it, and prep their bedding, which is a fitted sheet, a pillowcase, a fitted sheet, a towel, a hand towel, and a blanket. Oh, in this room on top, if you see it with this yellow room, this is where we conduct an intake. And when I first got there, it was a mess. It was a mess. I had to organize everything because it was just a mess. Learning objectives. So I had two main things that I said I was fearful for during this internship. And to be honest, the first one was actually engaging with the clients. Not that I don't love people, because I'm a people person and I love to help genuinely, but I work in customer service. So patients could you know really quickly. So I don't want to lose that patience and end up losing empathy and not giving that person the effective care that I wanted to give. That was one of my fears. But when I got there and I realized how much of a lack of resources they had to give to the clients, I felt like, to be honest, they were already doomed, and I didn't want to be a part of that outcome. That makes sense. So I got there. I usually came there with a really good attitude. Um, so the clients usually came there really sad and everything like that. And I try to be optimistic and try to let them see the better things that happen throughout their day, instead of them just harping over the bigger problem that they're dealing with, even though I know that could be hard sometimes. But I try to help in that way. And I look forward to seeing the client's outcome and what did they accomplish in the day. And they look forward to seeing me. It was times where, I wasn't scheduled to come in, and clients was like, I was looking for you. And I was like, I'm right here. I'm going to take care of you. I just wasn't here for that day. So it was good. It was good. Yeah, the second one was case management and intake, and that's because I knew what it was, but I didn't know like what it was or how it was done, the steps, the process. I didn't understand any of that. So once Miss Dean sat down and took her time with me and explained all that, within the first, I say the first month, I was pretty uh, comfortable um, doing case management. So I was excited about that. The technology used, like I said, they didn't give us a lot. If you go to that previous page in back here in the back, where you'll see underneath that yellow room where I told you I did intake, on the bottom, you'll see books full of resources, and that's literally all they gave us to help the clients find what they need and everything like that. The internet was slow. The room that we do like intake in and case management does not have a computer in it. I repeat, it does not have a computer. We are doing everything on paper, okay? And the only room that does have a computer is the secretary's office. Okay, not even the front desk has a computer. The front desk does not have a computer. Secretary's office has a computer. Tawana, the director, has a computer, and the office that we do food stamps in has a computer. I'm sorry, it has two computers. Only one works. Okay, so, like I said, the resource book that they gave us was out of date. I mean, there was one page on the resource book, no joke, that said 2013. So, y'all understand what I'm saying with that. So, that was probably the most frustrating thing, because you had to do extra work outside of the internship when something you could have done in it. I mean, there's been times I even tried to go on my phone to look for resources, and because the internet was so slow, I couldn't I couldn't do it. So I would have to go home and then come back the next day with that resource. And I feel like that was just a waste of time because they could have done it, whatever they needed to do with the resources I gave them that night, the next day. So, you know what I mean? Because the program is only 21 days. So they only have 3 weeks and some change to save, find housing, and all of this stuff. So, like a resource is crazy. That can hold somebody back a lot. That can hinder someone a lot. And so I complained to the office. And social worker finally came up to me and told us that she gave us a website to give to the clients so that they can find their resources themselves. And it was helpgeorgia.org, and it's basically a website almost like Google, if I can describe it, where you would put keywords in to help you find exactly what you need. So, say if I am a pregnant woman and I'm looking for insurance, I would type in pregnancy, I would type in free medical insurance or something like that. Okay. This is a team. I didn't have a picture of Miss Dean or Rudy. Um, but this is Miss Tawana. And this is Mrs. Keisha. She's such a sweetheart. All of them are hilarious. I'm not to be honest. Miss Keisha is in charge of the extended program. So what she does is she told me specifically, do not tell the clients that she's in charge of the extended program, because what happens is clients will come up to her and beg her every day, like, can we have it? Can we have it? Because the extended program for Calvary is up to 6 months. So if you look at the front of the building, on the right hand side, if you go all the way down, you'll see extra rooms, and this usually goes to parents with children, and one of the requirements that they have to have is a job. But that's pretty much mostly it. But what she does do, what Miss Keisha does um, do also in the process of the extended program, is she watch to see if, one, the client actually finished the 21-day program. She watched how the client interacts with other people and how the client interacts with the staff. So that is also a major make or break decision for her when it comes to clients. Overall, this honestly was not my first choice of a place that I wanted to internship at, but I'm actually glad that I did, because I learned so much. Everybody was so understanding, so funny. They made the most uh, troubling situations funny, and I wouldn't say funny, because it's not. It's just, I would say that they made it more light than it could have been. So I really appreciate the experience for sure. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.